It's hard to believe that it's 12 months since we were last here, both farewelling and welcoming groups of students who are supported by Rotary. It's great to see a couple of familiar faces of the people who are coming back, and some new people like Thomas I'm sitting next to there, who's heading off to Japan in 3 days' time and has that incredible experience.
Thank you, Mayor Bell, for those kind words about our Rotary Youth Exchange program and the students, of course. Rotary Youth Exchange is one of the most significant and life-changing programs that we in Rotary run. And Rotary's theme this year is Reach Within to Embrace Humanity. And I was thinking how appropriate that theme is, really, for our Youth Exchange program and for this meeting here today. By travelling to other countries, having to learn another language, having to participate in another culture, the students are certainly helping to overcome ignorance in the world and to break down the barriers of misunderstanding between the different cultures and including in their host and sponsor countries. They're certainly embracing
once again, on behalf of the Rotary Youth Exchange Committee and all of our students, may I express our thanks to Mayor Bell and to the Council for their hospitality which we've enjoyed today. Thank you very much. Moving off to Switzerland and sponsored by the Rotary Club of Cairns Sunrise is Alex Stallman. Off to Japan, and sponsored by the Rotary Club of Cairns Oval, is Thomas Wright. From France, and sponsored by the Rotary Club of Cairns West, Ali Fry. And we have Tiana Kaya Kelly returning from Belgium, sponsored by the Rotary Club of Cairns Oval. Welcome home, all right? Inbound, rebound, and outbound students. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, members of Rotary, outbounds, inbounds, rebounds, and distinguished guests. Firstly, I'd like to thank Rotary on behalf of all of us for making this happen. I'm sure we'll never quite understand how much work and effort goes into it. The departure dates are slowly but surely creeping up on us. The exchange isn't just an idea we have to look forward to anymore. It's an experience, whether good or bad, that could change who we are. As such, I think it's safe to say we're all filled with anticipation, excitement, and more than just a few nerves. I'm travelling to Switzerland, along with all the others, to Denmark, France, Japan, USA, Brazil, Belgium, Germany, and Canada. I'm sure that none of us truly know what lies ahead of us, but we can hope for the best. I've learned many lessons from Tim, who's stayed with us for 3 months. He's taught me that the amount of fun and experiences that can be had with a very positive and involved attitude. Furthermore, we recognise that being an exchange student comes with many responsibilities. To make an effort to establish ourselves with our host family and our school, to get as involved as we can in as many as experiences that we're offered, and no matter how deterring they seem, and obey the Rotary rules of both our sponsors and host clubs. We understand that this amazing opportunity is granted to us in the understanding that we will be outstanding ambassadors to our families, Rotary, and our country, and we feel very honoured to be doing so. Whilst on my exchange, I'm sure we'll all miss our family and friends back here in Australia, but we can hope to stop dwelling on the past and enjoy the extraordinary opportunity that is our Rotary Exchange.
Our next student is inbound student Ben Bouin from Belgium. Ben?
Hello everybody, I'm Ben. I come from Belgium, a small country of Europe. I've been chosen to speak in the name of all Cairns inbound students about our feeling about Australia and Cairns area. Firstly, I want to deal with the learning of Australian culture when you're an exchange student. For some of us, it has been a real challenge. For others, just a bit of adaptation. Indeed, Australian culture is different from our culture wherever we are from. In Australia, you eat differently, you celebrate differently, you drive differently. And even if it's sometimes hard, that is the most wonderful part of the exchange. You live in a beautiful country and we are, of course, enjoying it. Then, I would like to deal with the English. Yes, Australia had been colonized by the English, therefore you speak English. Unfortunately for us, Australian accent is probably the worst in the world. First to understand. However, after a few weeks of adaptation, we succeeded in understanding your English and speaking it. Now, the American accent or the British one sounds wrong. The four of us and Tim, who left yesterday, are living in a tropical area of Cairns. When I first read the email from Sandy saying, "Welcome to the tropical area of Cairns," I was so happy, because in my country, like in the northern Europe, the weather is not very hot, especially in January. Now that I start to know what the Aussie summer is, I think snow is not too bad. Cairns is an awesome region. We all like its weather, its lagoon, its shopping center, but also its people. We meet new people every day, and that makes the adventure awesome. Thus, to sum up my speech, I would like, in the name of all inbound students here in Cairns, to thank the Rotary for allowing us to have this wonderful year, but also the host families who are very important in our year, and they will probably be the best memories. And finally, all the citizens of Cairns who are welcoming us in the city. From UKR, Maxime, Yannick, and I, thank you very much.
Glad to hear that you're adapting to our Australianese, I guess you might call it. Just remember, with the majority of Australians, don't take them seriously unless they've got a uniform.
Mayor Bell, District Governor Graham Cox, Rotarians, parents and friends. What an amazing year it has been. Last year, as we set off from Cairns to our various host countries, none of us could really grasp the effect exchange would have upon us. Whilst it wasn't an easy year, it was most definitely worth the long hours spent trying to learn some pretty challenging languages, dealing with some pretty crazy European weather, braving cities with a population to parallel Australia, and trying to adapt to entirely new culture and family life. Whether it was going to the Amazon, touring Europe, going on safari, or speaking to the people in our host country about Australia, we all had an amazing. Finally, on behalf of all the rebound students, I would just like to say thank you to all the people who put time and effort into making exchange possible. We couldn't have made it to the end of this year without our wonderful host families who took us into their homes and made us welcome, without our amazing real families who supported us throughout the whole year, and without Rotary, who gave us this amazing opportunity and supported us throughout our year away. I'm positive that as we move into the next stages of our lives, we will carry forth the many great lessons and memories from this year and try to incorporate them into whatever we apply ourselves to.